And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Oxygen Not Included. Alright, making some progress here on our little base. Finally got some space. I dug out underneath, get all of these built. I had to make sure these were granite and not sandstone. Otherwise, the weight of this water would have punched through there. It might still if I fill it up. So let's actually see if that actually does it. So I want to pump this water into this tank so I can, you know, make my way over and actually build my base the way I usually do, because all of this water that we were surrounded with made that very, very difficult. So I want to first bridge over. I need to flip these around. White is in. So let's flip these around. It's like so. Can't flip them up here because obviously it would then get sent into the polluted water pipe, and all that fun stuff would not be good. So we're going to pull this water out and then merge it in to here. So, oops. I'm going to cancel those. Liquid pipe. Connect that. And then right down into the outlet pipe. So yeah, there's some Z fighting going on. I'm not sure what the developers are working on. They've released a few patches, but this stuff still seems to happen, unfortunately. There's also this little graphical bug right here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take a screenshot. Alt S now gets rid of the UI, so you can take a screenshot. So just take a screenshot, maybe post it somewhere. Not sure if anybody else is running into these problems, but I certainly am. And we had our first mealwood harvest. So I've got some meal ice. I set... Ooh, we have actually need to sweep these up. That's a priority. It's a high priority. Yeah, it doesn't seem like these are actually looking at the thresholds of our batteries. If we look at the energy here, we only have 3 batteries. I took out the 2 small ones here. You know, these should drop. These should be half gone before they kick on again. And unfortunately, that's not been the case. They will run and run and run and not finish that up. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. We got a couple hatches. There are actually 2 hatches here, but they're so perfectly in sync. It looks like just one. As you can see, there is 250 kilograms, and that means each hatch, there they go. Each hatch puts out 125 every time they do their thing. So, slowly building up our coal reserve, and we have another hatch down here. He will stay burrowed because he's underwater. If he comes out of that water, he'll actually die right away because you can't breathe underwater. So they stay buried, which is good. Not sure what I'm going to do with the hatches overall. In my little private test game, I actually have 11 of them down in the corner of my base. I have 11 hatches I've got in this little area. I don't know how I did it, but it was beautiful. So alright, we are now pumping water into this system, and it's coming in at 59 degrees, so it's actually a little cooler than the water that's in here. That's good. Okay, so I think we want to plan on... We're going to plan on moving these hatches somewhere, and there could be hatches anywhere in these buried objects. Any one of these could be hatches. Any one of these, all the way down the line, all around here. These all could be hatches. Oh, there's a excellent yield of meal ice, and there's no way that I can get down there right now. That is a rare thing right there. Ideal temperature, ideal pressure. So nice. Maybe there'll be some more, let's see. There's some seeds. I know there's some meal ice back there. Yeah, 16. Ooh, see, it's unrefrigerated. Oh no, it's sterile atmosphere. So this will just keep going constantly, because an excellent yield drops more seeds. So this will just keep replanting itself, which is kind of nice. Very nice. It'll be a nice little harvest when I get down there. I'll be able to scoop up all that meal lice. All right, so all of these. How is our edibles? Yeah, our edibles are running a little low, and our meal expectations are a little rough. So I'm gonna let this person eat some meal ice, because I think we've got a little bit left. Yeah, see, we have 3.99 kilogram, 3.99 lice loaf. Oh, right. The meal ice is probably in here, so I'm gonna empty storage. That'll pop them out, and they'll put them back in here, and those few meal ice that are now in here, they can be eaten by somebody. All right, let's see if we get number 7 in here. Plus 14 athletics. Wow. I want somebody, all my future people, I want strength and learning. Those are the two that you really need. I've already got a creative person. Everything else they can learn. That's why I want plus learning. And then plus strength, that's one of the few that you can't actually build up. There's no like weight training or anything that you can do to build up anybody. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this off. Be a lot of digging. And this is going to be a little extra space under here. Ooh, got some mealwood seeds, a couple mealwood seeds. We've got some abyssalite over here. That's kind of nice. But yeah, all of this sandstone that we're going to add, we're going to need to store somewhere. Otherwise, it's going to get out of hand. So I want to dig all of that. Give everybody something to do. There we go. I'm going to need to dig a whole bunch of copper ore so I can add some of these breathable tiles. I like my whole main base to have breathable tiles in it. Let's see, what's in here? Is there a hatch? Nope, just a couple muck roots. That's good. That'll help alleviate a little bit of the pressure on my cook. There we go. And these are just about probably tomorrow. Oh, there's some yield right there. And yeah, these are not in a good temperature. They still haven't fixed the growing. So yeah, I don't know why, but they haven't fixed it. Yeah, so that's still a thing. I'm not sure how to get rid of that. So, still building up coal. Slowly every day. Almost 500 kilograms of coal every single day we're building up. Alright, and now I want all of that dug out as well. Skill increase. Who got skills? Athletics. Awesome. Okay, so this water is going down and it is filling this up. Watch for little cracks. See those little cracks there? I had to replace these outside ones with granite because it was kind of starting to poke through. So I got these with granite. Now the last thing you could make, you could use abyssalite around the outside there too, and that is super strong material. So if you do a very, very large tank, it really depends on the materials you use to build around that it's very vitally important. So I'm not seeing any hatches. A lot of muckroot, a lot of meal ice. Somebody dropped some sand. Muck roots are nice. We do have... I'm going to do continuous on the lice loaf. We just have one person that can eat meal lice, so I'm hoping that we can get some more edibles going here. I might even plant, because these are just about to sprout. I'm going to plant this last one here. See, they're running again. Oh, yeah, our batteries are low. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm thinking, you know, our power and our, you know, CO2 and all of our gas area is going to be down here. I haven't really explored around here yet. I don't know where the geysers are. I haven't seen, or heard rather, if any of are close. And you can kind of tell if you're over this biome, even if they're black, you can kind of tell if you listen really closely. You can hear it rumbling, and so it doesn't sound like there's really very much rumbling to be had, fortunately. And yeah, I think we'll be able to empty this completely, and then we'll have to figure out what we're going to do from there. But then in the meantime, we're going to use some more sandstone, go all the way across. Maybe not. I think this ladder will... I'll get rid of this ladder and we'll use maybe this line. No, see, that's too close to this one. I really kind of out of sorts with this one. I usually try to do a ladder and then a, you know, a platform about this long, then a ladder, and then another platform, and then a ladder. So the ladder situation here is a little crazier. But now that I've got a nice area here, I can actually make some more storage compactors. Or I could put the sandstone in here. So I kind of want to empty the sandstone. Go to raw mineral. So yeah, there's no sandstone in any of these. I'm going to make sure this is copied and pasted. Oh yeah, a lot of things got dropped there. So we have a ton of sandstone right now. And I kind of want this to be sandstone. So let's sweep all of this sandstone. I want to fill this up again. So when I do build some sandstone storage down here, it'll you know, even if they take the sandstone that's sitting here, I can empty this one out and it'll be all good. I can even make them all sweep only, and that way I can control it. Okay, so I think the next thing I want to do is figure out where my next ladder system is going to go. I'm thinking this is going to be a primary ladder. So in here, with this ladder gone, I can add these ladders in. And then I can get rid of this ladder. I can get rid of this ladder. Oh, cancel that. X buildings. I don't think there's... Oh, there's a little bit of stuff in there. That's fine. Yeah, now that we have one long stretch... Oh, I need... Oh, I'm already... I need to get rid of that. And I'm out of power. So nobody's running. So these are being swept. It looks like it might be able to fill it up. There's quite a lot of sandstone there. Alright. So one continuous run all the way up. And now I'm going to be able to get rid of this as soon as this is uncovered here. Okay, so this is completely full. So I'm going to cancel the sweep on those. And we're going to dig all of this out. Let them build a little bit. Okay, now I'll be able to get rid of all of these ladders. Really make sure when you do a deconstruct you have the right thing selected, because you can, you know, completely obliterate your base there. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna do ladders down here. Everything goes so fast. Yeah, we're a little out of power. Quite a ways out of power, actually. Okay, so this is done. I'm gonna clear those. We're gonna add some of these. All right, so that's a nice continuous ladder going all the way up. That's what I'm hoping for. And we're able to now build a few more storage compactors pretty easily. Hopefully our lice loaf. How much meal ice? We got quite a bit of meal ice. But yeah, our edibles are a little rough. We got lots of mealwood seeds, 50 mealwood seeds. Although I don't know if all 50 are in here. So let's look. See, well, there's only 46, so it's counting. It's probably counting these as well, and that's, you get kind of used to that, counting things that it shouldn't. But oh, come on, let's sweep. There you go. Make sure everything's refrigerated, although power, we're going to want that to be 6 and this to be 6. Because we need power here. So, we don't have anything unrefrigerated. Light wounds. Bituminous bear has some light wounds. Hey, they fixed the red box. Awesome. Alright, your health is up. He'll actually heal up to like... Oh no, he didn't. Interesting. Awesome. Okay, so we're plowing through that meal ice like crazy. And Lenistalin is eating. Hopefully, with this one a little ahead of these, we'll get a little bit more food going, because we are out of power yet again. So I'm probably going to want a few more batteries, but I need to get to this copper first. There's a ton of copper up here, and a ton of copper over here. So that is kind of a high priority, is to get up here and get to this copper. Because we need it. We desperately need a lot of copper for a lot of batteries. And temperature-wise, it's kind of why I put the batteries up here, because we had this cold biome starting to leak its temperature into our main base. So it's warm and cozy down here, but it's a little chilly up here. All right, so let's start this process. So 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. Okay, quite a lot of copper in here, and these are all done. So I'm gonna tend to those in a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna take out all of this. And we're gonna put some more tile in, and the rest can be sandstone. I don't mind that. Clear out all that copper. We should be able to build these pretty fast going across. Okay. Making progress. Because I want to build some more batteries up in here. It'll take them a lot longer to run and fill those batteries up. But we could also run some generator action. That'll drastically increase the carbon that we've got. Okay, so let's do power, battery, add one here. They're trying to charge our batteries, but it's tough. I mean, that's 800 watts of power that's generating, so that's quite a substantial amount of power. Research-wise, I've got the advanced power regulation done. But we don't want to build any of that just yet. I want to get, you know, all of our research done as soon as we can. A little bit more coal. I could probably put a generator down here. So I'm going to put a coal genny down here for now. And we're going to bring this up. Oh, we got another person. Yeah, no. Ooh, there's a strength, but he's a loud sleeper. Oh, that's not good. Otherwise, this guy would be perfect. And he's a binge eater. Ooh, that's not good at all. I've been seeing reports that binge eaters can eat thousands and thousands of calories. Ooh, look at that. Excellent yields. That means we're going to get seeds out of those. That's awesome. That's so awesome. My first excellent yield. Hopefully. Oh yeah, look at that. Predicted excellent yield, 114. I don't even know if that's possible. Excellent yield, 80 plus points, yeah. Interesting. Fertilizer. We're not running out of polluted water, which is good. We don't have mesh tiles ready yet. If we had a mesh tile, I'd put a mesh tile in here and then put a air filter, polluted air filter on here, so the polluted air that this is bubbling in would get filtered out. It uses a little bit of sand, but that's okay. Alright, so this, I want this to go way down here. And then these to be less than that. So 5 and 5. So they should feed this first. And this will run through all of its fuel. So right now you can see, are we having a net gain? We are. So we have a net gain of power. As soon as all this stuff is full, this thing will just keep churning and churning and churning. But these I want as fail-safes. So these, if we're producing power here and battery power still drops by another 5%, then run on the hamster wheels. Okay. So let's finish this off across here and cancel that one because that's going to be a main trunk. And this ladder can go here. Since this is going to be a main trunk, I'm just going to rerun all this stuff down. And if these fill up, these guys are running on these again. I just don't understand. Don't understand why they ignore. They just completely ignore. Oh, this person comes down here, gets water, comes up here, and then drops it. That's very nice. Thank you very much for that. Yes, there's a whole lot of CO2 down here. I could add a light. And what I've found in the last 3 or 4 games that I've played, your CO2 tends to build up on the lower right corner. So for some reason, the lower left usually stays oxygenated, but the lower right, that's usually where the carbon builds up, and the chlorine and everything else, regardless of where you put your oxidizers. You know, unless of course you put one right down here, and then that would kind of eliminate that. Okay, so this thing is empty. We got just a little bit of water left in there, but I'm going to be able to clear that out. I'm going to be able to clear out the wires. And I'll be able to clear out the liquid pipes. Although I'm going to leave them from here. I'm going to leave them from right here because I'll be bringing up liquid pipe from here to pump this water out. Another person running out of oxygen. Okay, so this is all done. I can then clear all of this. Clear that. Food shortage. Ooh. That's not good. I guess the mealwood is not really giving us what we want here. Okay, so the power is full, and this is almost dead. So I kind of want to keep that around a little bit. Okay, so the next set of... Let's see, I kind of want to figure out what I'm going to do with the hatches. I could just eliminate the hatches altogether, or try to herd them somewhere. It's always better to go down with them than it is to come up. And we have a little bit of water up here too that I'm going to need to get rid of eventually. Alright, well, that'll have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.